Okay, so we are looking at chapter 14, number 32. It says Otto is trying to create a tin can that can have a volume of 60 cubic centimeters. So the volume for a cylinder, which is the shape a tin can has, is pi r squared h. And we know that the volume there has to be 60. Now the surface area for a tin can is going to be the top and bottom, which are circles, so that's 2 pi r squared, plus this lateral surface area, which is going to be the perimeter of the circle times the height. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to solve one of these two equations in terms of h. I'm going to use the first one, so I get that h is equal to 60 over pi r squared, and then substitute it down into here. And now I'm just going to graph this function and find the minimum value that this happens. So instead of x's, I'm going to use, or instead of r's, I'm going to use x's, just FYI. And you could reduce this a little bit if you wanted to, but since I'm not really going to solve this, I'm just typing it into my calculator. I'm not going to bother with it, but it wouldn't be a big deal if you did. Okay, and I'm just going to graph this. So the x is a length, so 0, and if r is 10, if h is something that's less than 1, or I mean at least 1, that's already going to be bigger, so that's probably fine. And then the surface area, I don't know, but the least surface area you can have is 0, and the most we can have is, I don't know, I'm just going to guess at like 200 or something. It doesn't really matter there. Just I need to be able to see the graph. So now I'm going to hit graph and see what I get here. Okay, so here is my minimum point. So to find that point exactly, I'm going to press second and trace, select the minimum command, and now just trace along over here. And there we go. So left bound, and then right bound, and then guess. And I come up with x is 2.12, but that doesn't really matter. I don't care about the dimensions. It says what is the least amount of tin. That's the surface area. So the value I want is actually the y coordinate. So 84.84. And that's it. Hope that helps.